Hello, this is Ari from Kapel Real Estate, and we're going to talk about 10 tips to maximize your commercial real estate appraisal. We have this apartment building that we bought about 1.5 years ago, and we just got an appraisal for almost 2 times what we bought it for. And I want to tell everybody kind of how we did it, the step-by-step, so hopefully you guys can do it too yourself on the properties that you have. First thing you have to do is understand how appraisers value your property in your area. There's 3 main ways. One is the replacement method, if they were to replace a building. The second one is the income approach, how much income is it producing? And the third is sales comparables. So in our area, they don't really look at replacement costs because there's not a ton of new construction and there's not a lot of comparisons like that. But they do look at the income approach and sales comparison approach. The first thing that you should do to really boost your real estate appraisal is do some research on your appraiser, right? Know their background, do some research on them, and build some rapport. I read a really good book by Dale Carnegie that really was influential to me in really building a business relationship with somebody. More info about that in the show notes. Always defer to them and their opinions. You know, acknowledge that they have the responsibility to the bank and to be completely impartial. So you always want to maintain a little bit of a distance and defer to their authority too. It just builds credibility and that you're respecting them. Number 2, make the appraiser's job easier. Collect all the relevant information about the macro area, all the financials, the expenses, and be very transparent about that and share everything that they ask for. Just make their lives easier, put it all together so that they're not frustrated that, oh gosh, this owner didn't give me what I needed. Also, that's with comparative sales. Give them the comparative sales and everything. Number 3, make sure you show up in person to your appraisal. This is very, very, very important because it really shows that it's very important to you. You take it very seriously. And that leads us into number 4, which is have a narrative for the property. Walk them through the property, tell them the story of the property, what improvements you've made and how the property has responded. Like a business. What's the story of the business? How is it improving? That's extremely important. And you being in person at the appraisal is, during the appraiser walking through, is really important to that. Number 5. Demonstrate the improvement in the area versus the last appraisal. A lot of comparison is versus the last appraisal. So we gave them the last appraisal and we said how there's been improvement in the area, either from a population growth, there's more retail businesses, there's less retail vacancy, rents are up, but really the area, how is the area changing and turning around? That was very important. Number 7. Build social proof, right? So do you know people in common? Do you have an expertise in real estate? Have you ever, maybe been on a podcast or spoken at a conference or something like that? Information that leads them to believe that you're the type of person who is serious and had executed a good business plan to improve and has an idea of how you're going to continue to improve. Number 8. Be conservative with your numbers. So don't ever overstate or overblow anything. You should err on the side of being conservative because it's going to build a lot of credibility. So for example, we had laundry income of about $800 to $1,000 a year that I didn't really put in the P&L. Probably should have, but when we walked through the laundry room and the appraiser said, is there laundry income? I said, oh yes, and actually I forgot to add that. It built a lot of credibility in terms of I wasn't trying to overstate too much. Number 9, be completely transparent. Give them full financial. Don't try to hide anything. It's not going to go well for you if you try to skip over a part or another part that they want to see. And be really transparent. And when you do a survey of looking at different units, if you have unrenovated units, show them the unrenovated, how that looks like, as well as don't just show them the nice, shiny, new apartments, because there'll be a way that they'll find out about that. Number 10, talk through your situation with somebody who has done it before. So if you've got an upcoming appraisal, please comment below or reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to anybody who has any questions. We can talk through a game plan because I think it's so important and really happy to help anybody out with that. Thank you very much. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.